Yo, what's going on, guys? The KDG on EGTV, and we're back again with another video. Hope everybody is well. Yes, the Leicester preview is on. I'll be at the game tomorrow, so there will not be a match reaction right away. Next, we're going to talk about Martin Odegaard's influence today and everything that he's done at Arsenal so far, plus Jamie Vardy's injury and more to discuss about that. We're going to be talking about Ivan Toney being linked to Arsenal. In addition to other players, we're going to be talking about Gabriel's improvement at Arsenal and the fact that he's been in the Brazil team now, and João Félix also being linked to Arsenal, plus more today on EGTV. As you guys already know, let's get the show started. Bang! Let's get the show started. I don't even know why I have this video playing. That's not even what I'm wearing today. What the hell? Anyways, how you guys doing? How's everybody today? My lights chose not to work, so I'm gonna have to do this without my light today. So sorry about that if the lighting is not that good. But there's a lot to discuss. There's a lot that we need to talk about when it comes to transfers, when it comes to everything around Arsenal, when it comes to players that we could sign, players that we would not want to sign. So I'm gonna put a link in the chat right now. Would you guys be interested in Ivan Toney? Is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Because we have been linked to Ivan Toney today. That is one of the players that we're linked to. If you guys don't know why, it's because he scored 5 goals in the last 2 games. So we're linked to Ivan Toney. I'm going to put that in the chat right now. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Let me know what you think about that. Also, like the video. We have 5 of you guys right now watching. Like the video. Let me know what you think about everything going on with that. First things first. I hope everybody's well. If you don't know, we're going to be playing Leicester tomorrow. So since we will be playing Leicester tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about a lot about the game and looking at little things about the game, little intricacies about the game. But before we go any further, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's go. So we got Swift in the house. We got Nippin in the house. Big up Nippin. My guy's saying no. Saudi Arabians are going to buy Chelsea. Done deal. We'll have to wait and see. Honestly, we have to wait and see. We got Nippin saying Arsenal fans only call in, or can I call in as well? Arsenal fans only, my guy. Appreciate it. But we already got one guy in the house. We got PK. Long time, bro.
What you saying, bro? You're good, yeah?
You doing well?
Yeah, I'm good, man, so.
Alhamdulillah. That's blessed. Shout out Truth. Shout out Gerard. Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. 100%. That's how it is. That's how it is. But yeah. So, is there anywhere else to begin before we go any further than talking about Ivan Toney? Let's begin with Ivan Toney. If you guys don't know, Ivan Toney has been linked to Arsenal. Yes, and this is really getting some people very annoyed. I don't understand it. I think Ivan Toney is a good player, and I think the links to him make sense to a certain degree. The reason why we're linked to Ivan Toney is because, 1, he's been scoring all the goals that he's been scoring. 2, he is a player that apparently we were interested in the past, I think. So that makes sense also. 3, if he continues to score at this rate, we're just going to have more links to him in the future. And at this moment in time, I don't think he's that far off of what Lacazette is in his mold and model of a player, in what we'd be looking at for a Lacazette replacement. So my question to everybody in the comment section and to you yourself would be: would you take Ivan Toney at Arsenal? Do you think Ivan Toney is a realistic transfer option for Arsenal in that striker role? And if he continues to score the way he is, as he has been, this report from a couple hours ago could actually become a realistic thing. It's also said that not only Arsenal but Liverpool could be one of the clubs that are after him also. So Ivan Toney to Arsenal, what are we saying? Yes or no?
I'm not sure, like a second striker, I would take him as a second striker. Maybe we should be like, if I see that we was linked to Felix and that, Joe Felix, yeah. Like, if we get him, and I wouldn't mind Ivan Toney being, the backup. We need 2 strikers anyway in the summer. I don't mind him or even Calvert-Lewin. Like 2 of them. I'd rather get 2 in. Or I'd rather get Felix in or Ivan Toney. But him just being the only person that we're bringing in the summer as a striker, I'm not really that impressed. I think we can do better than him.
You think we could do better than him? Okay, yeah. What about you, JT? What are you saying? Ivan Toney, yes or no?
You see with Toney, I think he's a decent player, but I'm not really gonna entertain Toney right now. So I'm gonna say no. I think As a second striker, like obviously Arsenal, well, the reports are saying that we're out for 2 strikers, right? Obviously João Felix is the dream. That's who I think most people want. And the second striker we want. I'm not convinced on Toney just yet. You have to remember this is his first season in the Prem. He's not a bad player. Can he sustain it? I just think we should aim just a little bit higher than Toney. So I'd say no.
I think as the second striker he'll be calm down. So let's say if we got Felix or him, because we do need as a striker out of the 2 strikers, we do need a striker that can actually header the ball, and that's like kind of target.
You guys know what happened though. It's typical Arsenal. Today he scored 2 goals. Last time he scored a hat trick, and immediately Arsenal Twitter went into a frenzy, which then started the Football London links and HITC. But it's not only Arsenal supposedly that are linked to him. Liverpool also linked to him as a Firmino replacement. So imagine we say no to him. He ends up going to Liverpool, becoming the Firmino replacement, and starts bagging goals, getting assists, and he fits that mold of player. So could we be missing a trick here?
I don't know, because in the championship, he did bang in the championship, I think like 25 goals or 30 goals or something like that. I remember something like that before he came in. He was scoring all type of goals as well. Even though I haven't seen much of that in the Premier League, yeah. Like, of course, but he's playing for Brentford and he's playing for a weaker team. His hold-up play is not bad as well. But I would like him as a second striker. I would like him as one of our... And he will be cheap, I reckon. I don't think he'll be...
Yo, Ants, if you want to come on, we can talk about Leicester. So the link is in the chat. I'm going to put it in there right now again. We're live right now. If you want to jump on, you can jump on. The link is in the chat. PK, I'm just going to mute you because I'm getting some feedback. JT, I'm going to go to toe-to-toe with you right now. I'm going to give you the positives. You give me some negatives. We can go and get Ivan Toney, and we can now afford to get a second player for cheaper who can get us more goals, like a gnabry or somebody else. Don't you think that is a positive to take away from this whole situation with Ivan Toney? And when it comes for like replacements for Lacazette, I'm not saying he is the same as Lacazette or ideally the same, but stylistically, the player that is in the league right now that does similar jobs to him are Bobby Firmino himself, and I could name a couple more, but hey, they might not be as available to buy. So do you get what I'm saying? This guy's he's already Premier League proven. Ivan Toney's already in the Premier League. We see what he's doing. There you go. Okay, appreciate it, Ants. I'll see you at the game tomorrow, though. Definitely do some. Definitely get some questions in before the game, so we can do that for the vlog. Big up to you. Beggars can't be choosers. There you go. What are you saying?
like I said, like Ivan Toney's not a bad player, innit? Like when I say I don't want him, I'm not saying that he's terrible. I don't know, man. I'm not 100% sold on him. I just think there's 1 or 2, maybe other guys as a second striker I prefer. But I don't know, like what he's done this season. When I've looked at him, he's looked decent. He's not looked too bad. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's the perfectionist in me. I just want a bit better. But like you said, he's not a terrible second option. Like he's really not. Because I think one thing we lack is, you see that Giroud element, someone that can literally bring the ball down, get some headers, bring just that whole Giroud aspect, that what he used to bring, we definitely need that. And Ivan Toney can bring some of it, definitely.
Okay.
Guys, can I ask you a question? Who would you take, Calvert-Lewin or Ivan Toney, if you have to pick one?
Oh, no, Ivan Toney. No, Calvert-Lewin, get him in the bin, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm done with him. I'm done.
You think so? Because he's a target man, isn't it? For me, I would take him still over Toney. Because he's a target man.
Bro, let me tell you why. You see Calvert-Lewin, I was a bit sold on him last season. You know what happened this season? Forget the injuries. It's when he came back here. I'm not even saying the goals, whatever. The performances. Jesus Christ. They've been shocking. Yes, the Everton team have not been bad, but I've seen this guy miss pens, just not doing what he was doing before he got the injury, and that's a bad sign for me. When you stop doing the simple shit, I'm not doing it.
Let me just show you some of the comments. I'm looking forward to it, mate. The standards of Arsenal above Ivan Toney from looking in from the out. What? The standards of Arsenal should be above Toney from looking from the in out. I hear you, man. I definitely do hear you. We got someone here saying Patrick Schick, no Ivan Toney. We have someone here saying Toney and Felix. We're going to talk about Felix in a second. Someone here saying people said the same thing about Jota. They said he wasn't Liverpool level. Remember, they said the same thing about Jared Bowen in the summer when they could have got Jared Bowen for around like 45 million as a backup player for Salah. That would have been a big backup. Really good backup for Salah, in my opinion. Gabriel Jesus has been linked to Arsenal. Personally, I think Gabriel Jesus is going to be a Lacazette replacement and not an Aubameyang replacement. We still need to get a main striker. And if I sign Jesus, I don't want to sign him as my main striker. I want to put him on the bench as a big option to bring off the bench to help us. And the quality and increase in quality he would offer us might be something good also to think about. But Jesus, what do you guys think?
Listen, either 20 or Jesus, I'll take Jesus. Can't even lie. Even though Jesus, I would like him as a second striker, but he can fill in for a wing as well. Some certain games he can play on a wing, certain games. So I'll take him for me because he's still like 24. Even though he's not that clinical finisher like that. Even on the wing, he presses. He can press. Even his hold-up play is not bad. He's a goal scorer as well. Minutes to goals per ratio goals there is he's actually good as well.
Okay, let's now move on swiftly. We're gonna now get on to the big fish, the guy that everyone wants to hear about. The reason why some of you guys clicked on the actual video, it's probably Felix, right? Now, if you don't know, Arsenal have been linked to £100 million move for João Félix. Honestly, I don't know if we're going to spend 100 million. That sounds very ambitious to spend on the player, but that's maybe how much he might end up costing if we try to get him. But we'll have to wait and see. But the rumor has it from numerous reports just a day ago that Arsenal are considering paying up to 100 million for the likes of João Felix's services. They view João Felix as the perfect striker replacement for Lacazette. They view him as the ideal player in Arteta's system and could be interested for up to 100 million. And he would be the ideal replacement for Lacazette. That is, and he is already, some people would say he's not proven. Some people would say he's proven. I would say he's more of the proven ilk at this moment in time. There's a reason why he went for that big transfer fee at Atletico Madrid. And this is not only being reported from Football London, but it's also coming out of reports from Spain, claims that the Portuguese international could be making a move this summer, even though he's doing well right now. We could still see him. So yeah, Arsenal are definitely eyeing a move for João Félix. Let me know in the comment section, do you think it's a good deal? I've heard as low as 54 million and I've heard as high as 100 million. So it's between 54 to 100. So regardless, 60 to 100. That's how much it's going to cost us to get the player. Let me know what you think. Yes, no, maybe, thumbs up, thumbs down. I want to know what your opinions are on this. I'll start with you, JT. Go ahead. What are you saying?
Felix, man, I think he's an excellent player, man. I really like him. The problem, because we were saying this in Spaces earlier on, he's been playing in a system that does not suit him at all. Like that Atletico system is just not for him. Somebody needs to rescue Felix. And I would love it if that would be us. But we need to take care and get that top four. Because I always say this with Arsenal. We get Champions League football. What makes us unattractive now? We've got the Champions League football. We're in London, historic club. We can even pay decent wages. Nothing, in my opinion, makes us unattractive. And we've got good youngsters that he can grow with. Saka, Emile Smith Rowe, Odegaard, Martinelli. We've got a decent core of young players. So if he was to come in and play with them, he'd love it. Imagine him, Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard linking up. We would kill teams, man. We would kill teams. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'd love Felix, man.
No way 100 million, someone says here. I can't see it, but good signing. He is next level, just below Mbappe and Haaland. Big up, Ants. João Felix is like Declan Rice, great player, but overpriced. Okay. What are you saying? PK?
Listen, he's the guy, man. He's the marquee signings. But I don't see him as a main striker, and he's gonna play false nine as well. Like he reminds me of like a Griezmann kind of player, innit? That's what he reminds me of. You know, the second striker kind of role. Like he will need a target man next to him or something. Like even on the wing, he could do a job on the wing. Even like he's just a guy that can play free role to get. But Yeah, even if we got him, I would love it. I would love to get him still, because that would be a big move. You know, or we have all young talents as well, but we would have to sign like a target man as well. If we get him, we still have to need a target man as a striker, just in case. Because look at City, they've been playing false nine, and certain games you can tell. Even Foden's been playing false nine sometimes. They've been struggling at times. So even though I don't think he'll be the striker that will score 30 plus goals or 25 plus, he'll probably score like 18 goals, and then the rest of our owners will chip in. Like he'll score like 15 to 18 goals. He's that kind of player. But would you, to get Felix, would you sell, if it means basically we have to sell Martinelli or Smith Rowe, would you do that for Felix, to get Felix?
Do you know what? There is no chance in hell I am selling any of my star boys for Felix. If anyone is going, Pepe, get the hell out. I'm not selling no ESR. I'm not selling no Martinelli, because I don't think them lot play in the same position in it. I think if anyone, you sell Pepe, because I've said this for a minute. You see, with Pepe, I think at the end of the season, it's best for us and for himself if we just leave each other. Let him go, grab my Felix, and then let me start talking rubbish, saying I got the best striker in the league or false nine, whatever. Because that's what I want. I want pride. Because you see, Saka, 1-2 years, I want to start saying he's the best winger in the league, bro. This is the kind of stuff I want to be saying.
He's up there.
I want to be saying Odegaard's the best cam in the league. So bring me the Felix, you bring me that guy, and then we can start. We can get the ball rolling, man. Trust me, bro.
I like Gnabry as well. Even if you don't get Felix, I'll be happy with Gnabry as well, because I think Gnabry is an excellent finisher. Like if you actually watch his
Gnabry? Ooh.
Yeah, I would love Gnabry still, because I'm hearing 63 million or around that price, even cheaper.
We were linked to Gnabry, by the way, just so you guys know. So let's talk about this. Since you brought it up, we were linked to Gnabry because of a certain situation, and we spoke about it in the last video that we did on this channel, where we spoke about the possibility Gnabry could come from Bayern. Reason being, he has a certain contract dispute right now with his current club, and there was also a picture that came out about him recently. If you haven't seen it, there's a picture of him with this Amazon documentary where he was wearing an Arsenal retro kit, and people start putting two and two together, saying it's a hint, it's a possibility he could join. It's not really serious links, it's just hypotheticals at this moment in time.
Nah, I see the retro. Like I think he's got like even Germany and Bayern Munich. I think the big clubs that he played for, he's wearing the retro kits in it. But I don't see much into that. But he would love to come to Arsenal, to be honest. If the contract issue carries on, Arsenal will pay bigger, and plus he's won a lot of Bayern Munich, to be honest. Arsenal will be a challenge for him as well. And I actually think he's an excellent finisher. Like he'll be a good finisher. Like he will be a player that will get you 15 to 19 goals in the Premier League, or 15 to 20 goals. Literally, he's a good finisher, and he can play either wings, even false ninth. What do you think of Gnabry, JT?
Gnabry is someone that I really rate, innit? I like what he's done in Germany. He's had a great time in Germany, but you know what it is? I don't really have a but with him personally, but one thing one of my friends said to me earlier on today, he said, bringing players back is always a risk. Yeah. Literally, bringing Gnabry back is a risk. Like, bringing a former player back is always a risk, but I feel like with Gnabry, has all the tools to make us be successful, in a sense. Like, he's quick, he's direct, he's a good finisher, he presses well, he can play left, right, or he can play as a false nine himself. And I feel like Arteta likes players that can play in multiple positions in the forward line. So I wouldn't be opposed to Gnabry, but if we didn't get him and we got another winger, I wouldn't be too angry at the same time. Literally, just because always bringing back somebody that used to play, it's for sentimental reasons as well. But we would also be kind of harsh on him, because it's like, you know what it means to play for Arsenal. You said you're a gunner. So if he would have to hit the ground running. If he had one or two bad performances at the start, it could get quite hostile for him. And I don't really want that for Gnabry. But yeah, man, if he was to bring me Gnabry, personally, I love it. Him and Felix, oh Lord, we're cooking some good food.
Yeah, like I understand with the bringing back a player, but you see, Gnabry, he didn't play that much to get it. Like, let's say a player that's already played for like 50, 70 appearances for Arsenal, then you're bringing him back and that. Or gnabry, he had like a few matches here and there. I remember I used to compare him to Anna Januzaj still, you know. That's what I used to do. When Januzaj was balling out, I used to say Gnabry's better than him. But Gnabry, yeah, he's a good finisher, man. I reckon, yeah, he'll have something to prove as well at Arsenal. Do you get it? So I would like him still, because if he's cheap, 63 million is cheap. If he's 60, 70 million, I'll take that still.
I hear you. Next, I'm gonna go to Goodwin. Goodwin, what do you say?
Yeah, I was not around when you started the show, so you just go on.
Who would you take out of these three names? João Félix, right? Gnabry, and would you take João Félix? Would you take João Félix and Ivan Toney, or Gnabry?
I think I'd rather go with gnabry.
So you'd go Gnabry and Ivan Toney, or somebody else?
You say?
If you could sign Gnabry, but you could only sign a cheaper striker, which cheaper striker would you go for?
I think I'll go for Ivan Toney. I've not watched his football like that, but I saw his stats. I think he's good.
Okay, I hear you. All right, so enough about that now. We're going to move on to another player who gets heavily criticized, Granit Xhaka, who's been performing a lot better since his injury and since he's come back and since the whole situation with the red card against Liverpool. He's performed a lot better. So let's talk about Granit Xhaka. He's linked to a move to Roma today. He's linked to a move back to Roma. Apparently, Jose Mourinho still wants to take him back. Do you guys say in the summertime, once we get Champions League football, open arms, Granit Xhaka, you're blessed, have yourself a good day? Or do you guys still want to hold on to Granit Xhaka? Because in my opinion, Granit Xhaka has done a lot of good and a lot of bad. What are you saying, PK?
Me, I'll say thank you, man. I listen, if a player's been at Arsenal for 3-4 years, for me, for more than 4 years, listen, they all need to pack up. To get it. So definitely, Cole, you've been good this season. Can't lie, you've been good this season. Even though I didn't like the last Watford game, as soon as he made that pass, I knew literally he was going to lead to a goal. But he's been good this season. I'll give him his praise. He's been good some games, and some games he's been like, you don't even see him. Like, he's been quiet. So for me, as long as he's quiet in the whole game, it just means he's having a good game. As long as he's not getting a red card. But he's old now as well. He's not like he's 26 or 27. Like, I would say if he was at 26, 27, you could keep him as a squad player. But he's already he's going to be 30 or he's 29. Yeah, just get rid of him and basically put new faces. And we need to see some new faces, man. Get rid of all the old culture.
Okay, I hear you. Now, people in the comment section, let me know what you think. Would you take Granit Xhaka? Would you let Granit Xhaka leave? I would have Granit Xhaka as a backup, but trust the club. I trust the club's judgment. Okay. We have another one here saying exactly what this guy said above. I hear you. That was when he was talking about Gnabry. We will tell him thank you and then leave. Okay, Alfred. Alfred saying tell him thank you and leave. What is this guy talking about? Saka here since a childhood. Yeah, Saka's been here since childhood, so he gets it. Goodwin's back. Goodwin, what are you saying? Granit Xhaka to Roma. Are you going to let him go? I personally think Roma is going to be his next destination. And I really do believe Granit Xhaka will be leaving the club in the summer for Roma. I think Roma is where he's going to end up. And his time at Arsenal is going to be coming to an end, in my opinion, in the summer. What are you saying?
Well, I would have preferred for Xhaka to stay. But coupled with the fact that he had issues with Arsenal, even that time that this guy wanted to give him captain, but I discovered that he still refused it. So I guess I would have loved for him to stay because of the leadership quality he has, that he could guide the younger ones around there. But now he cannot just keep a bunch of young lads in the team and expect them to perform miracles all of a sudden. You need leadership quality around them. So I would prefer for him to stay at least a season so that those guys would, I think, be matured a little bit.
Okay, no worries. We're just going to now move on this topic. If you guys haven't heard, this next one, get prepared. It's actually ridiculous. Apparently, Juventus, one second. Could you mute yourself, please, Godwin? Juventus. Okay, let me just mute him because not listening. Okay, Partey is the next person we're going to be discussing. If you guys don't know, Thomas Partey has won Player of the Month last month, and his performances. What the hell is going on here? Okay, so Thomas Partey, the situation with him is very interesting. He's playing very, very well right now, but people are now taking this opportunity where Granit Xhaka and these guys are performing well, and they're thinking that they could possibly sign Arsenal's players. Now, I don't think for 1 second Thomas Partey is going to leave, but he's linked to Juventus today. The rumors has it that Juventus have put Thomas Partey as one of their options that they want to buy this summer. Juventus want to plot a move for Thomas Partey. Apparently, they want to prize Thomas Partey away from Arsenal this summer. They even though they don't have much money, they want to see if they can attract a 28-year-old to leave Arsenal to join Juventus at the end of the year. And I don't think this is something that's going to turn Thomas Partey's head. But of course, when a club comes in for you, they better have Champions League football, of course. And if Arsenal do have Champions League football, I don't think he's going to leave, in my opinion. So I think this is a nothing story. I just wanted to let you guys know about it because, of course, it is something that is being rumored around. And there you go. Thomas Partey to Juventus is not a possibility, in my opinion, but it is a linked story. I don't think it's going to happen for 1 second. I think this is fake news. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. PK, what are you saying?
Yeah, of course it's ridiculous. No chance anyway. No chance. Juventus are broke anyway, man. And their team is dead, to be honest. If Arsenal and Juventus play today, literally, comfortably, I'm sure we'll beat them 2-3-0. Like, that's how bad they are. Like, they've been bad for the last 3 years. Like, even last season, they would end up in Europa. I'd rather save them anyway. But Partey, he's a baller, man. He's those kind of midfielders that you need to basically... He's 28 now. You just need to find the right partner next to him. And we're good to go. Like, he's a world-class player, literally. I just love the way he passes. He passes and picks up play, and he's dribbling. He just needs to work on his finishing, shooting. So hopefully he'll get that right tomorrow, innit?
Okay, so we got an update on Tielemans here. The Tielemans update saying that the only English club that are currently in for Tielemans is Man City, Real Madrid, and Juventus. Also in for him at the moment. That's the Leicester news. So I doubt there's anything in the Partey thing. I hear you. Arsenal also linked to Tielemans, but I don't really think he's our main target or anything like that. I think it's kind of like a little bit further away. But yeah, moving on from that, Goodwin, do you want to speak on this one? Partey to Juventus? Okay, my guy's mic just come back. I don't know what happened to his mic. He sounded like he was meditating. Next, Kieran Tierney to Real Madrid. Bro, this makes no sense. Chat to me. Do you think this makes any sense, Kieran Tierney to Real Madrid? Reports saying Kieran Tierney could be headed to Real Madrid. Of course, the reports, if I tell you the source of the reports, you're gonna laugh. The source of the reports are 90 min.
That's a joke, man. Still 90 min. But was it good? I won't be surprised because Tierney is actually a good player, man. Like, early on, I didn't say much about Tierney, but our fans were too reactionary. A player doesn't play for like good 3-4 games, and we're on him. Tierney was actually one of our best players. Like, we already know his quality, what he's capable of, even his defensive work. Going attack, he can beat his man. He can put good crosses in. If you put a target man in, yeah, a good striker that can head of the ball, Tierney will be getting like 10 to 15 assists in the Premier League regularly. Like, that's how good his crossings.
Do you think he's good enough to go to Real Madrid? Honestly,
he is, to be honest. There's not much left back out there that's very good anyway. He's a very good player, but there's not elite left backs out there, to be honest. Yours.
I question they're looking at him as a possible replacement for Marcelo. So right away, immediately, if we do sell Kieran Tierney, we're gonna have to go buy a replacement left back. Tierney slander is kind of forced. I hear you. I would sell Kieran Tierney for 50 million and buy Cucurella. I think that would be really good business. Also, Egal, very active viewer. Love love to be a mod for you. Uncle Bob, definitely. I will definitely look at getting more mods in a bit. Just at this moment in time, I'm just not focused on trying to get more mods in. I'm just I'm doing my videos kind of sporadically. So when I'm doing it more consistently on a regular basis, I'll look out for you, and I'll definitely consider that. Okay. Now moving on. Tell me this. Who would replace Kieran Tierney if we did sell him, and how much would we sell him for? There's Robertson, Cancelo, elite left backs. What are you talking about, Iga? No. I hear you, but Robertson.
It's for Real Madrid, yeah. It's for
Real
Real
Madrid.
Madrid.
Madrid are not selling. Madrid are not buying from Liverpool or Man City at this moment in time. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uncle Bob, big up Uncle Bob.
Yeah,
But yeah.
they
How
have to
much
go
would
for
you
the
sell him for?
next person in. So that would be probably Kieran Tierney level on that kind of chart.
I'm not selling Tierney, but how much would you sell him for if you did want to sell him?
If I'm selling him about 60 million.
60 million?
Yeah, 60 million. I would say 60 million, to be honest.
Ooh. Apparently his market value right now is 30 million, and his contract is out until 2026. So
yeah, that's a long time, man. That's what I'm saying to you. You have to look into his age, and he'll actually rip up that league as well.
He's 24 years old, Scotland international.
He's
going to be going to the World Cup. 50 million sounds about right.
Yeah, he'll rip up that league, La Liga as well. And to be honest, they're gonna have. Don't forget, they're gonna have if they have Mbappe and Pogba and that, he'll fit in perfectly. To be honest.
40 million for Kieran Tierney here. 44 million. Kieran Tierney has injury issues. I hear all that, but I put 55 million from Jack here. I really do think we could find ourselves in a situation where if we did ever sell him, we would make a decent amount of money from him. Definitely a profit from the 25 million that we bought him for, right? Because that was too cheap for him in the first place, in my opinion. Now, just before we move on to anything else, I want to tell you guys: have you guys seen what's been going on Twitter with Leicester? Leicester tweeted out something, and it really got a lot of people angry. Did you see what Leicester tweeted out?
No, I haven't seen that still. Is it?
Let me show you. Leicester tweeted out statistical comparisons between Odegaard and Maddison, and it got a lot of people upset. So we're going to look at this right now. A lot of people have been praising Martin Odegaard over the past couple of weeks, and our next opponent, Leicester, took an opportunity to use this as an opportunity to take a shot at Arsenal. So they compared the stats, and they compared starts. They said he's got more starts. Maddison's got more goals. They have the same amount of assists. Duels won. Maddison has more pass accuracies. Odegaard, successful dribbles is Maddison. Game-winning goals apparently is a stat now. Maddison has 2 of them. Touches in the opponent's box, we have 52. You know what my response to this was, guys? These are the real stats. When you look at it, Odegaard is in the red, James Maddison's in the blue. In all the 90-minute XG, key passes, chance created, build up, ball progression, passes completion, touches in 90, successful presses, all of those categories you can see Odegaard leads in. The only categories that Odegaard does not lead in is miscontrolled, dispossessed, and dribbles, in addition to XG for goals. So if you really want to think about it. And also there's another thing. If there are good players that make the team better without statistics. Pep Guardiola said it himself. You don't need to always look at statistics. It's not always about statistics. I feel like we live in a world where we care too much about stats, and we don't actually watch the game sometimes. So let's not get too carried away. But this is a good way to preview the game. So yeah, Leicester put this out. They actually tweeted this out on their official page. It got a lot of Arsenal fans angry, as you can see with the quote tweets and the likes and everything. But yeah, people love bantering Arsenal.
Nah, they're making themselves more relevant, to be honest. Hopefully we smoke them in it, and then Odegaard dumps on them. But Odegaard, it's a joke, because I remember Maddison, he had like a period of 4 games where certain games he was scoring 2 goals, like basically stat padding there. Like I don't remember him scoring big games. You can say important games, West Ham, Man United, and what other games? where my man stepped out, Odegaard stepped up still.
Yeah, we got a Leicester fan in the chat saying you lot are tragic. If you're getting angry, others that we play every week, embarrassing. If you see it as taking a shot at Arsenal. Do you guys do this every week? I'm confused. Does Leicester put out a graphic every week about their players and compare them?
Nah, because this one was a bit sticking because remember Arsenal was after Maddison, and then they probably had enough for basically the comparison, or they probably seen Arsenal fans saying, "Yeah, it's a bargain." But in terms of Maddison, I wanted Maddison. He's a good player. I rate him highly, but they're completely different players. They're basically Odegaard is basically like kind of David Silva kind of mode to get. Like he doesn't need to score a goal or assist to play good. To get. Well, Maddison. In order for him to play good, he has to score goals and assists. To be honest, I've never seen Maddison dominate games like that for me. But I love his long range shots.
I've seen Maddison dominate games. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah,
I've seen Maddison dominate Chelsea away last year.
I think that's what. Yeah. That game was probably good. But I'm talking like on a regular basis. Let's say 3 to 6 games around like consistency in it. He's a good player. But the price he was overpriced in the summer as well. So
compare Dan James to Barnes. Why making something out of nothing? They compared Oh, did they? I didn't know that. I honestly, I only see it because I only see Leicester's account when they're talking about comparisons between us and everything else. 1 second, let me see. We've compared stats between. Let me see if Leicester do it every week. The exact same setup. Oh, they do. Oh, shit. They compared. Yo, this is a piss take. They compared Thiago Alcantara to Drew. Look at this. They compared Thiago Alcantara. They compared Mane to Maddison. They compared King to Vardy. Okay. So they do this all the time. This is what they do.
Oh, this is what they do, right?
I honestly didn't know this is what they did.
They're using Maddison a lot. It looks like with a lot of players. They look like they're using Maddison a lot.
Nah, they're comparing their players all the time. It seems like. Oh shit! They took the worst player on Tottenham to compare to.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I love it. Okay, so my bad, Leicester. I didn't realize you guys did this to everybody. It's actually funny. They'll be comparing Vardy to Benzema next week. Watch. Yeah, they did a Ricardo Pereira and Trent. Only, what Virgin fans get offended? I hear you. I'm not offended. I just found it funny. Okay, let's talk about Jamie Vardy and his injury. So if you guys don't know, we're gonna now do the Leicester preview. So let's get straight into it. The Leicester preview, and the people who are injured for this game, on Leicester side of things, they have a lot of injuries, and they have a lot of players that might be questionable too. But some of them are back. So let me show you guys who's going to be out and who's going to be available. So on here it says that for Leicester they currently have Castagna, Ryan Bertrand, Vardy, Johnny Evans, Fofana, and Ricardo Pereira most likely are all out. Those are the players that are questionable or out at this moment in time. These are the names. And for Arsenal, it's just Tomiyasu and Emile Smith Rowe is doubtful, but most likely he will play. So these are the question marks. What's Johnny Evans' injury? I forget what it is. Vardy has a knee injury. So if you guys don't know, Jamie Vardy is out with a knee injury. Yes, Jamie Vardy is actually going to miss an Arsenal game. This is a guy who's pretended to be injured before or has come off the bench and scored winners in games where he was supposed to be injured. So there you go. The funniest one was Barnes' 1 goal compared to Mo Salah's 14. Shameless FC back again. My brother Egal never sleeps. Yo, big up, never sleeps. Never sleep, my guy. Would you sign Iheanacho? Honestly, I don't think Iheanacho would be the player we'd be looking at to sign. Iheanacho is more of like a similar to Would you say Iheanacho similar to Lacazette in the way that he plays?
Nah. I don't even know. He's not good enough to be what's it called, the first striker for me in natural. But even as the second striker, we need a guy, a target man. So regardless, I still would want him, even though he was on fire last season.
Ali asks, when is Vibes from the Six? Vibes from the Six is tomorrow at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. So after the game, I'll be coming home and I'll be doing that. I won't have a match reaction tomorrow. I will do a match vlog instead. What else do we got? We got Ricardo has traveled. Evans is a broken foot in his bone. Iga, when is Vibes from the Six? I already told you that. Timo and Salah comparison. Yo, that is mad. That is mad. Okay, so yeah, Jamie Vardy being out, that's a big blow for them. And I think that's a big boost for us because with all the players that they have out, I definitely do think that is a mad thing. And oh, by the way, Evans has a broken foot, so he's not gonna be getting back anytime soon. He has a broken bone in his foot. So that's a serious injury right there. There's no way he's coming back in time to play this game. And that's a big blow for them also. Fofana has been the biggest blow, in my opinion, for them though. Is he back? Is Fofana back?
No, he's not back.
It's still doubtful. So he was question marked that he could be back, but he missed the Conference League game against Rennes due to COVID reasons. I think he's back from injury, but but they had a COVID outbreak or something, and that's how he's out. But yeah, what are you saying for score predictions for the Leicester game? Because in my opinion, Leicester are bad at set pieces. Arsenal are really good at set pieces. Leicester have not been that good away from home this season. Arsenal have been pretty good away from home this season. Defensively, we've been a lot more solid. I don't know how good or bad Leicester have been defensively this season when it comes to conceding goals, but they have lost a lot of games this season. This season, they already have 10 losses. I don't know how many losses they had last year, but I could definitely tell you it wasn't that far off their league total losses from last year in comparison to this season. They're really struggling this year in comparison to last year. But yeah, talk to me. Leicester last year only had 12 losses. So they're 2 losses away from equaling their total of losses last year. And they had 6 draws last year, which they already have that this season. So it's really bad season for Leicester. They did not expect themselves to be in this situation. I don't know if Brendan Rodgers is in a tough situation or if they're even going to be angry at him at this moment in time. And the Leicester fan channel, how have you ended up on an Arsenal fan channel at 1:45 a.m. in the morning? Basically, I follow him on Twitter, and he probably seen my tweet and then just jumped on. That's probably how it happened. But big up to Ants. Good question, Uncle Bob. Iga, are you scared of Leicester? To be honest, at this moment in time, I'm not really scared of anybody. When we play, I'm more worried about us making a mistake than a team. I've been like this for almost a year now. I've been always more afraid of Arsenal making a mistake ourselves, costing us the game, than our opponents winning the game and destroying us. So, and that tends to be the reasons why we lose. We tend to lose because of individual errors and individual mistakes. We don't tend to get the game taken from us and snatched from our hand. We're facing Liverpool on Wednesday. I'm not scared of Liverpool. I'm more worried about my team costing us the game and making an individual error to give Liverpool the goal or to give them the win. That's my opinion. The board has fully backed Brendan Rodgers and have given him time due to injuries and have been awful. That is a good way to go. Some people are Rodgers out, but some people are backing him fully. Jota. When Jota scored, some of his goals that he scored in the League Cup and in the league, we gave him the ball literally in the attacking third. It was our own mistakes. Iga, do you know Lee Chappie? Yes, I do know Lee Chappie. I also know Neil. But yeah, PK, what are you saying? Do you fear Leicester?
No, I'm just happy. If Vardy was here, then definitely, yeah. But even as long I wanna get the job done first half, to be honest. First half 2-0, get the job done early. Because if they scored, then yeah, if they score first, because Daka's got a pace as well. Don't underestimate Daka, fam. He's been doing good in Europe as well. What's it called? He's got pace in behind, so we have to be careful about him, to be honest. Because I know we play high line on that, so we have to watch out from him. And yeah, it's with Arsenal. You're right. It's about us making mistake, giving it to the team, like giving them the goal on that. That's what I'm worried about. Because back in days, every time when a team attacks, I knew they're gonna score. My heart doesn't even beat anymore. You know, when other teams on attack, even corner flag. You know what I've noticed? We don't concede enough. Hardly any goal. We don't concede goals from corners. Because every time we used to have corners, we used to concede it all the time from set pieces. Have you clocked that? Our set pieces record, we don't hardly concede corners.
That's because of Nicholas Glover. Guys, do me a favor. We have 55 people in the chat right now. Do me a favor. It's absolutely free. It's 1:48 in the morning, and I'm doing this video because I haven't been able to do a video all day. If you guys do me a favor, just show some love, hit that like button. It's absolutely free, and it helps the algorithms to get this video pushed out. So if you want to help a brother out, that's the cheapest way to help a brother out. Just hit that like button. It doesn't cost an absolute penny, right? But it means a lot to me. Now, we got JT back. JT, what are you saying for the preview for Leicester versus Arsenal at home?
The win, man. Just get the win. Sorry, my internet's just been crazy.
No worries,
the whole
man.
of yesterday. But yeah, I just hope we can get the win. I believe in my boys. Like I said, Partey, I think he's gonna have a good game. Hopefully Xhaka doesn't do anything crazy. And yeah, man, I'm just hoping for a good win. And yeah, man, just get another 3 points, get back on top of United, because United are getting happy for no reason. Being on top of United with 3 games in hand on them, I don't think people understand. We just need the boys to get the job done. For the rest of the season, I don't care how we win, just win. That is all I care about, 3 points. I don't care how we do it. If we have to fight them, play pretty football, we get lucky, I don't care. Just win the game, and then we can go from there.
You want me to show you something? I know people hate when I bring out charts and graphs and everything, but what I'm about to show you right now is you'll understand it in a second. You don't understand what it is right now until I expand it. But here we go. So this right here, why is this happening? Okay, there we go. Now you can see it clearly. Okay, so that's the top 4. On winning the league, obviously we still have 1% chance if everyone else loses and we win, but that's not realistic. We no longer can be relegated. That's 100% impossible now. And we currently have 84 points. And on the record at this moment in time, if we keep pace with the points that we are picking up, we would end up with 81 points, possibly. Let's be honest. If we even get close to 75 points, we're pretty much secured top 4. Right now, 64% odds for Arsenal to get into the top 4 and make UCL football. West Ham are out of the picture. Wolves are out of the picture. Tottenham still better favorites than Manchester United, but their loss today puts them lower than Tottenham. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because forget about the points on the board, forget about the games played. From the position that we're in, if you look at the actual numbers and the probability, we are the mathematical favorites for top 4. That's all I gotta say. I know JT probably hates that.
Listen, you know what it is, yeah? You see all graphs like that, I try not to pay too much attention, bro, because I don't know, it's just a bit, but I get what you mean in terms of when I look at our running, and I just think it depends when they drop the Chelsea and the Tottenham fixture, because I don't think they've released the dates for them yet, no? They haven't. So depending on when they drop those, I think the Liverpool game comes at a good time, because obviously we've just, well, let me not say we've beat Leicester. Hopefully we beat Leicester. Then in a week we got Liverpool.
Oh, we lost you? Oh, we lost him. The table can change quickly. Someone commented. What do you think about that table I showed you, man? How quickly things can change and everything else.
Yeah, table is a bit interesting still, but we know Arsenal, innit? So I'm still nervous. Kind of like, I know we have to get top 4. I'm always nervous. Even at the same time, I would say, getting this is the first time I've actually been excited for the last 5 years. So it's the first time I'm excited. I'm still nervous. I'm excited. I have this faith that we can do it. But then I'm afraid that if you bottle it of it, do you get it? It's gonna be the worst feeling if you bottle it. But right now, things are looking.
How are you feeling? You're feeling confident, but you're still nervous. Like,
it's Arsenal, isn't it?
yeah.
Maybe I would say maybe after, like, you know what? Let me just predict. If we beat Leicester, hopefully we do, and then get a draw against Liverpool and beat Aston Villa, then I would say 100% with my chest, top 4 is confirmed. Do you get it? I would say 100%. If you get a win against Leicester and then get a draw against Liverpool and beat Aston Villa, I would say 100% confirmed. Even like I would say, you know what? Even if you got like give it all, we lose against Liverpool.
Here, I disagree completely. Chelsea and Liverpool do not define our top 4 hopes. In my opinion, the Manchester United and Spurs game define top 4 hopes, in my opinion.
No, it does. But I'm just saying in terms of, for me, for my confidence to be like, because the way it will show, let's say, the way you play against Man City, if we show that against Liverpool, then it will mean that basically for the rest of the small team, we're going to turn them over. Do you get it? We'll be overconfident.
I just want to show you something. We got some of the academy kids like Salah training with the first team. I don't think he's going to get a chance this year, but it's good to see that they're in the case of an emergency. We have the young kids training with the first team.
Yeah, I like it. I would like to see the Amari Hutchinson, because I remember watching little clips of him when he was like 12, 13. Back in days, him doing kick skills.
He looks Somali.
Yeah, Somali. That's why someone dropped in my GC. They were like, "Oh, this guy's Somali." I was like, "Yeah."
Just to let you guys know, Gabriel Magalhaes and Gabriel Martinelli have been selected to the Brazil national team. That is huge for them. That is massive for them. That is massive, massive, massive. And I'm very happy for them.
Yeah, for the youngsters, I would like to see Hutchinson get his time, and what's it called? What's his name? Salah. And I would like to see Aziz as well. I would like to see more of games. So next season, I would like to see those 3 basically: Aziz, Salah, and Hutchinson, to get a bit more game times. So it's exciting.
Have I given my thoughts on the game? Did I give my thoughts on the game? I don't think.
Well, the Leicester one.
Yeah.
A bit of it. You touched on a bit.
Basically, I think we're going to win 2. I think it's going to be a 2-1 win. I think it's going to be a close game, but we are definitely going to fight and make sure we get as high as possible in the league. And I don't think Leicester, a team that has been bad away from home, a team that has been bad at set pieces, is magically just going to change those things in this game. I think it's going to be many of the same for Leicester over the last couple of weeks, and I don't know if they can string 2 wins on the bounce together, because I think they won their last game, right? So it's gonna be difficult to see them go from barely struggling to win games to now winning 2 on the bounce. So in that reason, plus the set piece reason, and the fact that we're so good at set pieces, plus the way that we're currently playing, the current form that we're on, I don't see Leicester coming to our house and breaking our form. I think we're going to continue to do what we do. I think we're going to win this game, and I'm not going to say we're going to win it convincingly. I think it's going to be a tight game, but big up to Ants and some of the Leicester fans who are watching right now. I really do appreciate your support, guys. But for one day and one day only, we're enemies. we're not enemies every day, right? And remember, I have no hatred for Leicester. I actually like Leicester. I'm happy you guys won that league that year, even though we didn't win it. I'm happy that you guys won it instead of Tottenham. But there you go. That's as much love I'm going to show to Leicester before the game. After the game, we can talk more in depth about it. But right now, we're enemies. You get what I'm saying? But also, you guys have a tough road ahead of you, because we currently have a young team that is competing on so many fronts in the future. But at this moment in time, we only have one focus, and that's this Leicester game. And then the next focus is going to be the Liverpool game. And with Martinelli, Odegaard, and Saka performing the way they're performing, you guys are in big trouble, in my opinion. Who's better, Bukayo Saka or Martinelli? Well, let's look at the statistics this season. Bukayo Saka statistically is the best player this season, and also he has been the best player in my opinion in the team. Smith Rowe has been the most amazing, like shining light. I didn't expect that from him. Martinelli has just stayed solid, nothing spectacular, but Martin Odegaard has been the guy driving the show in my opinion. He's been our second best player after Saka. So it's Saka first, Martin Odegaard second. I would say Smith Rowe, then Martinelli. I would say Martinelli is performing the worst out of all four of them, but they are all performing very, very well. And this is just outstanding to see how good they are this season. Our future, this is literally our future you're looking at in this picture.
I agree with you still. That's the order that you said. That's what I was about to say to you. We need two guys to turn up against Leicester, literally. Before even you play, I was going to tell you. We need Martinelli to turn up, yeah? Be on his game the way he was playing against City. Because the last two games, he wasn't convincing. Like, he needs to be more hungry. The way he was pressing, he used to press, taking on man. Listen, have shots as well on goal. So we need Martinelli and Lacazette to turn up, basically.
Man said, I thought stats don't matter. I'll tell you this, stats don't matter, but you can use statistics and eye test together to analyze a player. You cannot say I don't look at statistics completely, but you can also say I look at statistics and I look at eye test and I judge the player using both, not one over the other. You use both together. So when I look at Martinelli's performances, I can tell you there's games where he gets goals and assists, but he doesn't play well. Saka, even if he doesn't get a goal, he still plays well. Odegaard, even if he doesn't get a goal, he still plays well. Smith Rowe, he can get a goal and not play well. So on that sheet, on two sides, there has to be a balance. Yes, perfect. Visi said it. There has to be a balance. You cannot use one more than the other. You have to use both together. But guys, I'm going to have to end the video now. Big up to PK for coming on. Big up to everyone in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We have 80 people in the chat right now. It's absolutely free. Hit that like button. But yeah, PK, thank you for joining me, bro.
Really thank you, bro, man. You lot hit the like button, man. Guys kept you up as well. You know what I'm saying? You're watching this show for free and you can't even press the like. Come on, guys.
There you go. Right now,
for the guy, man.
I'm just gonna let the people know the Ivan Toney 55% have said they would take Ivan Toney. 45% said thumbs down. So there you go. That's the poll for today. You already know what it is, and you know how we end the videos. Chicken wing. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, no. Not today. Not.